Okay, so today we cover our mount escape. Okay, today we're gonna do our basic mount escape. Now there are two key points in the mount escape that will help you out as a beginner. The first one is you gotta lift your hips up and keep them up when you mount escape. And the second one is when we trap one of his arms, don't let go of the arm. So a lot of times what happens is, just stay right there, a lot of times what happens is when we try and bridge and roll, people lift up, and when they try and roll over, they drop their hips. Or they trap the person's arm, and when they go to roll, they let go of the arm, and then their teammate puts their hand on the mat for balance. Okay, so we need to make sure that we always keep our hips up and we never let go of his arm. Now we're going to do the basic trap and roll. The first thing is I need to keep my elbows inside and on his thighs. If he gets under my elbows, under my armpits, it's very hard. My arms are stuck here. Okay, so I can't let him get under my elbows, under my armpits. So elbows are tight on his thighs. So if he tries to come up, he can't come up. Now he's heavy on my hips. I need his hips light so that I can lift my hips up. So how do I do that? I put his hands on the mat. How do I do that? I bop his back with my knee and I keep the knee up. If I drop my knee, he would just sit back up, and then I can't trap the arm. So I bop the back, I keep the knee up so that now I can trap one of his arms. Okay? So I could go over or I could go under. But now if he tries to sit up, he can't because my knee is on his back. So I'm going to trap over, okay? And when I trap, I want to break right at the elbow, the inside of the elbow, and I want to hold on to this thing, for dear life. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to trap his foot on the same side. So I call it wrap the arm and trap. So wrap and trap. Now the closer your feet are to your bottom, the higher your hips are going to go. Okay, so if I'm like this, I'm not going to get any lift. So my feet are close to my bottom as possible. Now, I trap this side, so which side do I go to? I go to the same side that I've trapped. Now, a common mistake that people do is they try to push the person off this direction. We'll call it like 3 o'clock. But if I try to push Ike off 3 o'clock, he's not going to go. So I need to look over my shoulder, like towards you, towards the camera. What can help me? What can help me is I shift my shoulders away, and now I can look better towards the camera. What this also does is, watch, the moment I lift my hips up, Ike starts to fall. You see how he's starting to fall in your direction? Versus if I was here and I looked over the shoulder and I lift, he's falling, but he's not falling in that direction. So I turn my shoulders and now see he's falling in that direction. And then I just maintain that as I come up and I'm back up with my knee up so that he can't close the guard on me. Okay? Now, one other thing we talked about is I don't have to do that if my teammate is attacking. If he puts his hand in my collar to go for like a cross collar choke, then he's committed his arm to me. So I don't need to do the rapid trap. I just hold on to that arm that he's given me. So let's say we're sitting here and he goes to cross collar choke. I trap the arm. And I put my foot over the same side of the arm that I have trapped. Now I do the exact same thing. I look over towards you over my shoulder, and I keep my eyes on you as I lift my hips and I roll. And then I back up with my knee up. Okay? So those are some key details. Don't let go of the arm. Keep your hips up. And then if you need a little bit of help, we should all do it because it's just easier. Scoot your shoulders away and look over your shoulder, and your teammate is going to fall a lot easier.